There we go.
Close that. And that was Twitch that I closed. Fan freaking... No, it wasn't. Okay.
Incorrect.
Speaking of things that are incorrect, pardon me, excuse me. Person that was most recently using the camera was quite a bit shorter than I am.
I am fiddling with the map. Things you will see soon.
Oh no.
Matt, you'll go blind.
If you keep doing that, yes. So
you
Matt,
guys...
or not Matt.
Yes.
Not Matt. Mike.
Well, I'm leaving then.
Okay. Severance.
Yes.
What do you think is going to happen in the next season? Should everyone who hasn't heard it avert your ears? I've seen it.
I think we start with a reset, and we'll see what happens from there.
Think so? You think they just grab the Etch-a-Sketch and give it a good solid shake?
Yep.
That's the what is that? The clean slate protocol? Is that
clean slate protocol?
Yeah.
But I'm relatively certain. A, I have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And B, whenever it does happen, I'm not going to expect it. Because that's just, it's a weird show, and it does weird things, and I love it to pieces.
It was, I mean, right.
That finale had my heart in my throat for 40 straight minutes, I think.
Yeah, I was like, what? I mean, who's gonna show up? Or I mean, something's gonna happen. See all.
Yeah, where's the other shoe? When's the other shoe gonna drop?
Right. I was telling somebody about it. I think I was telling my wife about it, and I thought, oh, we didn't get to see what was happening with this character, and then I realized, yes, we knew exactly what was happening. Just it didn't match the other three, so
yeah.
Yeah, but it was good. It was good.
It's impossible to talk about without spoiling it. Matt, have you seen Severance?
I've never heard of it.
It's a Apple TV show that's out at the moment, and it's a dystopic science fiction, I guess. Kind of.
Yeah, sure.
The idea is that they invent a procedure to sever your memories so that when you're at work you can't remember being at home, and when you're at home you can't remember being at work.
Oh, I've seen something about that. Yeah.
And it gets weird. It gets weird quickly.
Yeah.
I guess it would. Like if you had no idea about half your day.
Yeah.
Well, the mechanically, when you're because apparently what they do is they sever the memories, and because your memories don't account for the time spent in the other in the other one, in the other shard, it's instantaneous. So like when they would leave and become the home body, the next thing that the work body realizes is the workday starting again. So they never leave and they never sleep.
Yeah, they get on the elevator and it goes up, and then the doors open and they come back out and they're still at work.
Yeah,
right? They're always at work because they never leave.
Yeah, their stream of consciousness is always at work. So
gross.
And for the Audi though, it's amazing, right? Because you go to work, you get in the elevator, and then you step out of the elevator and you go home, and that's it. You get paid.
What a great day! Yeah.
It looks interesting. I don't have Apple TV right now, but the only thing I have right now is Amazon and HBO, which will probably end in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What do you have HBO for?
Right now it's just leftover.
Yeah.
It's canceled. It's just still on.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I think that's what I watched. I don't know why I can never remember that show. Peacemaker. I cannot ever. I always wanted like Hero or Hero Maker or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It just never. Peacemaker never seems to fit.
Peacemaker.
It doesn't quite fit, I guess, in general.
No.
What did you think of that show?
Oh, I liked it. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. I think he's rather fantastic. It's great that he's finally getting out there and being seen and discovered for being such an amazing, like, witty, good timing. You know, his timing is amazing.
Yeah, he does have pretty good
Who
time.
knew that wrestlers could act?
Right. First one. It's the first time for everything, I guess.
I mean,
Because
It's not like it's a performance spot or anything, but
Well, I don't exactly call The Rock an actor. Dave Bautista, you know what? He does some good stuff.
was he a wrestler?
Dave Bautista? Oh, yeah.
That's
He was one of the big names for a while. He went by the name Batista.
creative.
Go figure.
That's the guy from Dax, right? Or Drax?
Drax.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Drax.
Okay.
right. Guardians
That
of the
is
Galaxy.
Drax.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
And the weird Zack Snyder zombie thing.
Can y'all see me and hear me now?
Yes.
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 All right, something, I don't know. My network is just having
Awesome.
problems. So sorry.
That's all right.
My phone was worse. Usually my phone has been better. I couldn't even connect to the internet on my phone. So I don't know what's going on.
It.
It's a Monday.
Yeah, it's a Monday.
Technology. It's hard.
Yes.
If it was easy.
Speaking of Dave, I watched what was it? Blade Runner 2069? Is that right? The second one?
2049. 2049.
2049. Yeah, the second one. And I like it. There's some things about it I don't like. But he's in that. You know, he's one of the replicants.
Replicant.
Yeah, Dave Bautista. Uh-huh.
Yeah, early on,
Yeah.
he's
Beginning
in
of the
there. Yeah. And if you've ever read the book, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?
Mhm.
There's a kind of replicant they call them ant heads. And I think they're trying to make him one of them. In the original Blade Runner, what's the, I can't remember the guy, the replicant's name,
Harrison Ford.
the big one that's a little dumb.
Harrison Ford.
No,
I don't know.
definitely a replicant.
Yeah.
The one
I
that
can't remember.
the one that's at the very beginning of the movie where they ask him about the turtle and doing the stress test on him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, him.
Wow.
He's one too. If you read the book and then look at what they've done in the movies, those two are definitely ant heads.
Is it Leon?
Leon, yep.
Leon Kowalski?
Heath,
Yep.
you are blaring it to me like it's kind of distorted,
Coming in
loud, hollow. Yeah, coming in hot.
Okay.
I don't think you're yelling.
I saw Blade Runner 2049 on a plane when I was tired, and I slept through most of it. And I really need to watch it again because I did not enjoy it. It's like, this is so slow and nothing's happening.
It's on Netflix.
Cool.
I think I've seen it 2 or 3 times.
Is that louder or quieter?
I think that's louder.
Louder?
Uh-huh.
Turn the knob the other way.
Louder?
Say again.
Louder?
Quieter.
Too quiet. Go about
How
halfway
about
back.
this?
Oh, that's good.
In Biggin.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
All right.
Yeah,
So-
I'm of the opinion that the perhaps controversial opinion that Blade Runner gets overrated because it always shows up as #1 on people's top science fiction films, and I'm like, I mean, it's good, but I don't know if it's #1.
I think when it came out, it was pretty groundbreaking.
Yep.
Brown.
But I don't know if it's not really like lasted the test of time like a lot of other good sci-fi movies, like Star Wars or Aliens or things like that. Those are still they're just great, and they're always going to be great. Blade Runner,
Yeah.
It's a hit or miss for me too. It was a great story. I mean, but the book was a lot better.
Well, the book's different.
Yeah.
Well, welcome
It's-
to Philip K. Dick. He's been
Yeah.
every one of his works has been adapted poorly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you give me Rutger Hauer in his prime, and I'll watch it because I just love that dude.
Yeah.
Hobo with a shotgun. Shoot, there was one the other day I was gonna watch. I just couldn't put my heart into it. But the description was something like cyborg bounty hunters with sharp sticks and laser boomerangs. Like
Oh, Omega
Omega
something
1 or
other.
Omega-
It was
yeah.
freaking terrible.
that's the description. They have sharp sticks and laser boomerangs. I'm like, hell yes, I'm watching this. But
Take my
something
money.
else, something else distracted me, and it was free. It was on Amazon, so I was kinda like,
Yeah.
all right,
It had Rutger Hauer in it, right? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It was terrible. I
Is
saw
that-
it too.
Is that fake money? We don't take
It's Australian money,
compliments.
so it's not worth anything.
So
You
I
have
had
to flip it upside down and put it through the scanner so that we can see it.
Mhm.
a major like butthole unpuckering this week. I told you I had turned in some assignments late because just whatever. But one of the assignments I turned in late, she gave me a 0 for and said it was too late.
Mhm.
It was beyond the limitation of being late. You get no score for it. And I didn't see it for a day or two. Then when I saw it, because a 0, and so there's assignments, there's like midterm finals, and then there's like extra BS work that's like worth nothing. Well, the assignments are worth like 40% of your final average, and there were 4
Yeah.
of them.
Oh,
So at most, I could make a 75 if I make 100 on all of them, and which I have
Mhm.
not. So I took a look at it, and I looked at the policy, and the policy says you have 5 days, and I turned it in on the 5th day. So I emailed her. I'm like, would you mind taking a look at this again? I know it was late, but I don't think it was too late. And she took a couple of days to respond. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. I missed it. It was my mistake. Here, have an 88.
hooray!
Oh,
Yeah, right. I went from a 0 to a B, a high B. Almost, it would have been an A. I mean, it would have been a perfect grade if I hadn't turned it in so late. But yeah,
you went from 0 to 88. Did you go back in time?
I feel like I kind of did, because she went back and changed the grade. So yeah, I've been a happy man today.
It definitely added more years to your life anyway.
I mean, it was a serious concern about having to repeat this class,
Mhm.
and that is not gonna happen.
For some reason, I
thank you.
didn't think you were in classes anymore. I thought you were all clinicals from here on out.
No, everybody seems to think that. I have 2 courses. One's an actual clinical, like I go and sit with a preceptor 20 hours a week, and I have assignments for that. But I also have a class as well, and this quarter is therapy class. So learning how to
Oh,
be.
I remember talking about this.
Yeah, so I've got 2 more quarters after this, and I'm done. But every quarter I've got, 180 hours of preceptorship that I have to do, plus assignments, and then a separatist, whole different class that's on top of that. So it ain't over yet, but it's getting there. But I went from an F to a B today, so that's a good thing.
It's the right direction.
Yeah. 0 to 88. How far along are we? Has it been 2 hours yet?
It's 15 minutes.
17
All right.
minutes
So
and
plenty
40
of time to kill
seconds.
Faison.
41.
I guess we should
42.
do something then. Do you guys remember what happened last week? Do y'all remember what happened at the end of the recording? We even went long a little bit. I was trying to finish the combat, but it just wasn't happening.
We
Anybody?
killed it.
Nope. That
We
is
did
incorrect.
not.
Disadvantage. No, the last thing that happened, it was its turn. It was up on the wall. It shot out one of its harpoon fangs into Farazan, drawing it into its talons and teeth, and it bit into it. And that's basically where we laid off. This is the end of the recording for today. We'll see you next week, and that's where we're going to pick up right there. Farazan's hanging off the ground. He is off the ground, hanging by this tooth that's embedded, but has pulled it into his mouth. Like, these things are in its mouth, and it's pulled Farazan up to its maw, and it's also sitting there clawing it and biting at it. And in your minds, as he looks like he goes to do another bite, and he stops, and all the 8 eyes looking around, the human eyes blinking, stops. What do you want? Bears on.
This
It's your turn.
the scroll. We came for the plants to the scroll for the water control.
Take it.
I was expecting put me down, put me down, put me down.
Number
What do you
one.
want? Put me down.
Number one, new pants.
What do you mean by brown pants? No, he says, release me, and we will leave and never return.
I will release you. And this is all in your head. He's not speaking. This is all mental. I'll release you and I'll leave and never return.
Either way, just put me down. he's
Do
in
we-
pain.
Do we still get XP?
So it's your turn, Farazan. What do you want to do?
Is there a hold?
No,
I can't remember.
but you're restrained. You can try to break the restraint, which just means your movement is dropped to 0. You have disadvantage, yada yada, a couple of things. You still have your action and bonus action that you can use. You can use your action to break free to pull this thing, to break free of the grapple, essentially.
Mhm. And if that is unsuccessful, is that going to cause here and there 17 points of damage?
Best way to find out
Mm-hmm.
is to do it.
You can do it.
I don't want to.
But you're restrained simply by the fact that you're held up by this thing, right?
Yeah.
It's no longer like attacking you. It's kind of it's already taken its action. It's had its turn.
Mhm.
At the end of its turn, it's not actively like ripping at you with its claws. It's pausing for a moment to get your reaction.
Okay. Can I roll, I don't know, insight to kind of see if this thing is actually going to stop attacking?
Yes, but I'm gonna give you disadvantage because you're doing insight on a telepathic message from a giant 10-legged spider. So it's kind of hard to read.
That's fair. It's something.
8-eyed.
17.
With disadvantage.
Yeah, it's 21 otherwise.
You feel like it's trying to survive, and it's doing whatever it can to do that. And if that means letting you go, then it's going to.
He is going to try to break free.
Okay. So I don't know that it's in the rules, but if something has you grappled and they do not resist
Mhm.
as you try to break free, I think that you break free.
Okay.
Okay. So you will have to take the action, but you can break free because it does not resist and try to hold you.
Okay. So
Guess rules-wise, it could free action drop you.
Yeah. But this is a
you
little
can, you can
different.
choose to fail. You can always choose to fail.
Yeah. Okay. That's yeah. If it's it will be an opposed roll. It will choose to fail. It's different. It's not like it can just let you go because you're impaled on something. So
it's
you're just
like fishing
pushing
hook,
yourself.
fishing hook type
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
So instead of it's got half of its legs wrapped around you, holding you in place, it's relaxed to let you fall off.
Okay. All right.
Uh,
So he's got he's got that potion of enlarge in him, so he's doesn't fall as far as he normally would have, and when he stops and just grabs at his shoulder or wherever the wound was, and it just takes a step back. He still has his long staff in his hand,
Sure.
but he will just take a step away. We'll go like
Provoking.
yeah.
But it doesn't.
And
attack.
he says, "Where is the scroll?"
And with one of its legs, it points back into where you originally saw it.
Are there any other of your minions back there?
No.
And he will look around at the other two and says, Did you hear what it told me?
It was to everybody. Everybody heard the whole conversation.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We've got two mental conversations going on now.
Yeah.
So it's speaking to all of you,
Yeah.
and Farazan can speak to all three of you.
Yeah.
So you're hearing what it says, but you're also hearing through Farazan's connection to you two what it's saying back. So it's this weird.
Like, how do you? Like,
Tangled
we're
web
doing
we-
this.
We've
You can see us.
He's got two phones. Like, what is he saying? What? No,
Yeah.
what? No. Yeah, let him go. Yeah.
Giant spider has joined the
put 'em
call.
on.
But yeah. So
It's not
I
even a
think it's
spider. It's so weird.
what's that?
I don't know what this thing is. It's not even really a spider, right? Because it's got human eyes. I don't even know what this thing is. It's gross, and I don't like it,
I'm
and I want it to go away.
I'm
please.
getting definite demon vibes from this thing.
Yeah, no kidding. So Farazan, so he's got movement left, so he's going to trust that this thing is going to leave him alone and walk back into the room here. I'm relatively certain he threw that ever-burning torch.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
He did.
you did. You get right here,
Okay.
and you step into basically quote a trap.
Oh. Dang it.
Those traps that we were talking about earlier, like they're super sticky. They're very hard to see. Tarathiel's picked up on them, but you haven't. So you get to here, and you're going to have to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I don't want to do this. 9.
It's just sticky. I think it'll just immobilize you.
It's fine. He
Yeah,
is very
so-
large, so
That's right. You're mechanically large
yes,
right now, right?
mechanically large actually. For the next,
it doesn't. This is a dex save unless it affects your dexterity. And honestly, I think aren't you exhausted? Don't you have a? I mean, it doesn't affect saving
it
throws,
has,
but
it
you.
has been a long day.
Well, you didn't sleep last night. Remember?
Yep.
You took the exhausted condition. You've been disadvantaged on all your skill checks. But it doesn't affect saving throw. Anyway, you're walking through. You're going to check things out. You've got the torch. It's well lit. But you do step into this gooey trap, as it were, a larger section of the webbing, and you are restrained again with that saving throw.
Sticky.
And you hear kind of a chuckle in your mind.
Ooh,
From the
he stepped in
creature.
it.
Just like you know that Simpsons episode where Bob keeps stepping on the rakes.
No.
Just imagine Farazan is just pulling himself out of the stickiness and stepping in another patch of stickiness continuously forever.
All right, Farazan, you got any bonus actions?
Yes. And I'm going to use a bonus action to ready a potion.
Okay. Top of the next turn, Tarathiel, it's your turn.
Tarathiel is just like underneath the carapace of this thing the entire time as he watches Farazan get put down. He's just like, cunning action to disengage, and then I'm going to slip underneath this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I realize the map you can't really see it too well. A lot of it's covered, so I'm gonna bring it out a little bit so you guys can see it better.
I don't want to see it more. That's not my objective.
No. No. Go back. Go back where you were. You're fine over there.
I guess with can I see where the plans might be?
So what you see is just masses of webs. Some webs that look like cocoons, probably previous victims, maybe eggs. You're not sure what it is. All over the place. You do not see anything obvious in here. You do see 3 dead creatures, which you guys had told me off air what you thought they were. You were correct. These are ettercaps.
Yep.
Now, the dead, it doesn't really matter, but those are ettercaps are like humanoid-esque, hybridized aberration spider people. And
Yeah, and I've got
Spider
weird-
people. Spider people.
yeah, and they've got 4 eyes and they spit webs and
webs.
things like that. But they're dead.
nerds.
And Tarathiel, your passive perception, you notice all of the quote
17 now, yeah.
trapped areas. So I'm gonna, as you're doing stuff, I'm gonna reveal these to you because you can point them out now to everybody.
No worries. I think we've got Khaldun's spider demon shadow thing, shadow conjuration. Is that still
Yes.
around?
As far as I
Yes,
can tell. Yeah, as far as I know, it's
I
still there.
imagine
Yes.
Tarathiel
That
steps
is-
in
that-
and
that
sees,
is-
sees that out of the corner of his eye and he's just
That is Palesh. That is the same spirit that is Pazel, but
Okay.
in evil form.
Evil Zoot.
Eve.
Rotten, evil, wicked Zoot.
Yes.
Anger Basil.
Evil means significantly more eyes and legs, but fewer wings. I guess I have a bonus left, but I don't know what to do with it, other than I can dash and continue to look around.
And I'm also going to reveal the rest of the room now that you're in there, that you moved actually in. So you're dashing in. You can give me a perception check to see what you can see.
Perception.
All the things.
20.
20. All right. So you look around the room, and again, like I said, this place is just a web palooza. But you do notice a few larger spots that were probably cocooned. And one that really piques your interest is actually up in the. It's back up in the cavern. I'm sorry, I clicked in the wrong place. Back in the cavern, back this way. Is that pinging on the map?
Mm-mm.
I don't see a ping.
How about now?
Ping harder.
Nope.
No ping?
Nope.
What? What's wrong with
No
my
ping.
ping?
Or are you pinging in this room or a different room?
I think I'm pinging on the DM layer.
Oh,
That's
there
what's
we are.
happening.
There
Yeah,
we are.
don't ping on the GM layer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I'm going to open that up. That's so this area looks like it's just like a star almost, or six little offshoots. But it's taking me a second to reveal everything to you.
All right. Now dash will get me to there. So, and that'll end my turn because I'm out of things to do.
All right, then it's going to be Khaldun's turn.
I really hope it doesn't turn around and eat Khaldun while we're all in here.
Haha, fooled you.
Suckers!
My my map is wigging out. Okay. So Khaldun
Oh.
is going to take a couple steps to the right. And he is going to prepare an act. He's going to prepare an action to cast a spell.
Okay.
A very flamey spell
Okay.
at the spider. So he's holding intense flames in his hands, just looking at the spider. And Palesh is going to step out right about there. And we're just going to watch it.
Okay. What are you holding? Is
A
it
flamey spell.
firebolt or fireball?
It's flaming sphere.
Okay. So it's an actual spell.
It's actual
That
spell.
Okay.
Make
All
an
right.
Arcana check.
So, so you're holding an action, waiting for this thing to betray you, essentially.
Yep.
Anything else? You've got a bonus to get move.
Nope. Just we're gonna wait,
All right.
and where I'm threatening it, but
Gotcha.
I'm not attacking it.
And it is its turn. It's already up on the wall. It crawls up to where it's on the ceiling of this cavern, and it just takes off. Out. And out of your sight.
Gallops across the ceiling.
There goes our mercenaries.
Russ-
Well, you're assuming that's the only way out. I don't think he can fit. I don't
It's-
think he can fit through that door.
It can squeeze.
Oh no,
Oh,
we should have warned him.
that could be messy.
All right. That's its turn. Farazan, back to you.
Seeing that Tarathiel has the recovering of the loot well in hand, he's going to pick up his torch, put it back in his stick it back in his pocket, and then just kind of hang out and wait. So, I guess
I
probably.
think did you throw an axe as well? I don't remember.
I threw a javelin.
Or a javelin?
Threw a javelin. So he's going to start poking around for the javelin.
Okay, you find it. No problem.
Yep.
Actually, you're restrained. Give me a athletics check,
Athletics check. I think I get something on that.
or acrobatics or athletics, whichever's better for you.
I think when I get advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, so that doesn't count for this. So just 12.
12. You're still stuck. You're still restrained. And honestly, you feel as though that was a very like you barely moved. You barely inched your way around, almost like you made it worse. You didn't, but you're very, very stuck. It looks like you might need some help getting out of this. Fireball will take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I kinda wanna-
I get ready some fire.
Hold your breath. It's going to get smoky.
Yeah.
Kind of want to like Waterboy tackle Farazan because he just wouldn't move. So Tarathiel's not heavy enough to budge him anyway.
just yeah. Just boing.
Just boing.
Yeah.
Was it office linebacker?
Hmm.
That'd be great. No, don't do that. I don't like it.
Okay.
So that's his action,
So-
and with the bonus, he's gonna drink that potion,
What you drinking?
healing potion.
Okay.
Potion of not dying.
Version of being alive.
Yeah.
If there were some sort of addiction rules, I would give that to you right now. You're addicted to healing potions. You just
Oh, yeah.
cannot. You cannot. You're like, I can't stand it. It's not even hurt.
Staying up at night, cutting himself, drinking a healing potion. Ugh.
7 hit points back. 8.
You do
I
have
like-
a wand.
I actually played a character in that state. There was a paladin and was injuring themselves so they could lay on hands themselves.
Jeez.
Is that practice?
No, it was definitely self-harm. It was not a good situation for that character.
Not good.
So we're going to drop out of combat. But within seconds, you do hear in the distance some screaming, like ah!
Don't eat Sakura.
From out of the caverns. But we are now
Two, I guess.
officially out of combat.
Hooray.
All right.
So
So in here somewhere,
yeah, you got the general. It's up on the wall. It's kind of up on the wall in the corner of the ceiling. There's a large cocoon back there.
so you're gonna say pulsating sack.
Sack of deadly babies.
Like no,
Millions,
do not
and
want-
millions
Bring
of
the
spider
fire.
babies.
Bring the fire.
Colors with fire.
So, I don't think I can cut through webbing with a psychic dagger, and I gave Fezan my regular dagger. So
back here,
I
it's
pull out the blowtorch.
yes, the hot rod.
start cutting Farazan loose.
and start cutting Farazan loose.
So there's nothing back here that would restrain you, or there's no special anything. It's just really thick webbing. You've already seen what you're looking for. It'll just take you a few moments to get up there and back there. You will have to cut open the cocoon to get into it, but your dagger of venom will work. Unless you
Yeah,
get
that's
it
right. I've got the dagger of venom still. That's what I was going to say at the end of all of that.
Oh.
It's probably not very effective against spiders, but I have that. So yeah, he will cut open the cocoon gently.
All right. And when you do, the contents start to fall out. Coins, jewelry, gems, a statue, and a scroll all fall out of this pouch, this cocoon back up in the back of this spider's nest.
Tarathiel's feet kind of dance backwards as this stuff starts to spill to the floor, and he steps back and says, "Buy a wardrobe or something. Go to IKEA." All right, I'll start picking up all the stuff, I guess.
All right, Farazan, you're free. That blowtorch just melts through the spider web.
Thank you.
We've got to get Khaldun some like darkened goggles. Just
it's
flip
one of the
down
things I
when you
wanna
use
buy.
that. Yep. cool.
Yes, I'm wanting to buy like goggles of night,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to be like those.
Welding.
But
goggles.
you're slowly turning into a gnome.
Well, look at the environment that we've been in. Gnome is written everywhere.
He's gonna have to get a. It's not rhinoplasty, but a nose swap to be a gnome.
I think that would be right.
Rhino Castle.
Something like that.
Castle
Racial
your nose with your ear.
racial reassignment surgery.
Sure.
Seems weird, but okay.
You
Who
can
knows?
do
It's
training. You
fantasy
can train that.
Training.
25 gold, 6 weeks.
So you start rifling around through the loot that falls out of this cocoon.
Gross.
It's gonna take a few minutes to sort through it all. Farazan, Khaldun, what do you guys plan on doing?
I am going to start casting Detect Magic.
Good call. Good call.
Start the ritual.
Who's got
All right.
Who's got the wand? I'd forgotten about the wand.
You do.
So no, Farazan has the wand. He's gonna start bopping himself on the head with the wand, trying to make it work.
Wand of healing.
Yeah. Wand
Yeah.
of cure wounds.
It looks like an EpiPen. It's like
Yes,
Oh no, he's progressing on the addiction for sure.
But it leaves scars like a smallpox, like these little rings all over your body.
I did first aid
It's done
training,
some-
and they had a have an EpiPen training, and the lady just said, so when you take the EpiPen, you have to jam it into like the meaty part of the thigh, and she just took the thing out of the little package that she had and just skunk, and I was like, and everybody in the room was like, ah.
She jabbed an EpiPen into her own thigh.
No, it was a blank. It was a training EpiPen. but
Oh.
yeah, everybody was.
Oh.
And then her heart exploded out of her chest and ran across the room to hide in the corner.
Yeah, I don't want to take her defibrillator training. Yeesh. It's like, no. All right, cure wounds is a D8 plus 2. Where did I roll that? I rolled that over here. Okay.
So this is all going to take. I'm sure it's going to take several healings for Farazan. Khaldun, you're casting your spell. So Tarathiel, you have basically gathered the loot in the time it takes for them to take care of all that.
It's all sticky.
And it is sticky. It's gooey. It's not all web. Some of it's like drool, maybe, or something that you crust into the side to make it thicker. But there are 50 platinum pieces, 275 gold, approximately a fist-sized diamond worth 2,500 gold.
Ooh.
A jade statue in the depiction of Beori, the goddess of nature and reproduction, things like that. Well, it looks like
we know Bayori.
yes, you do. It was what Alma. She was who Alma
Yeah,
worshipped.
she's Barry.
Mm-hmm.
There is a potion which you can take a sip. It is a potion of vitality,
Nick Vitality.
and the scroll
V on the side.
inside of a scroll case. You pull it out, unravel it, and have no idea what it is.
Khaldun, and Tarathiel kind of turns around and sees Khaldun doing his Tai Chi or whatever it is that he does to cast the spell.
Yes.
You know, I've for some reason for about the last 2 or 3 weeks, 2 or 3 episodes, whenever Khaldun starts casting a ritual, I get this image of Dalzim, not Dalzim. Who is the yoga guy in Street Fighter 2? That dance you do when he won, like just kind of going back and forth like this.
That was Delsim.
Dalzim. Oh, I'm thinking Sengi. Yeah, Dalzim. Whenever he'd win, one of his win dances is he'd like float in the air cross-legged, and he'd just kind of like ooh back and forth. I think of that every time Khaldun does a ritual now.
That's fair.
So, ritual complete, loot gathered. Are you only using 2 healing on the wand? Farazan?
No, I was adding it as a custom item, and I can do that now. Aha!
So 3.
And one more after that.
Stop him. He's a wizard.
Apparently, it just rolls 4s now. That should be fine. That should be fine.
Are you sure the macro is fine?
Quiet. I'm actually rolling it. I put the D8 plus 2 in the notes for the custom item, and it shows up as a macro. So that's what I'm clicking, and it popped up on
Awesome.
D20.
It's doing D8 plus 2.
Yeah.
So that's 4 charges from the healing wand. Remember, it does not recharge until dawn.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. I'm only down by 11 now, so he's fine. He's fine.
Only down by 11.
All right.
Yeah, it's like chug.
I
And
should
now he smells like alcohol swabs.
I should have made it like a cat of 9 tails of healing.
Yeah.
Just All right. You're detecting a magic. Only detects magic from the scroll. You can give me an Arcana check to decipher it. Anybody can.
I will Arcana check it. 21.
What you hold is the schematic for a rod of water control.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yay!
Okay.
It was funny when you guys are like, wherever they look, it's not there. It's always in the last place you look. I'm like, do I want it? No, I can't do that.
Let's roll on the how much of a hole I want to be today.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Oh no, I rolled high for my a-hole roll.
That's funny.
So this is what we came for. So we don't have to go play with the knowledge, dude.
That's in theory, yes. That's exactly what that means.
I mean, it's still down here. Someone should do something about it.
We could do something about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Good plan.
Well, we
I
also
mean,
have a huge 10-legged elephant spider demon charging around too.
well, presumably it didn't go up to the tea house in the city and run amok up there.
I mean, we don't know. At this point.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it left all of its money. How would it get through the gate?
Could probably intimidate the guards, I would say.
Or go over the wall.
That's fair. We should get these plans back to the city then.
Ginia.
Yeah, someone who
Yeah.
can use them.
I found this statue. Alma would love this.
Is it a statue of Alma? No.
I don't think so.
Fiori.
No.
That would be weird.
Any weirder than half
Post-
the stuff that we've run into down here.
Pre-shadowing? Post-shadowing? Backward? How does that work? I don't know how that works.
It's a callback.
Side shadows.
Callback.
All right,
Sideways.
so what is the plan?
First and foremost, I want to make sure Sakura's alive. And also the other two, I guess.
Farazan kind
Oh,
of.
you only care about the charming one.
Yeah, Farazan kind of, thumbs over to the demon thing that's standing next to him. It's like, so.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh.
It's gone. When I started casting detect magic, it went away.
Fair enough. And about that time, Farazan shrunk back down to
You're pure.
normal size.
Okay.
He's going to find a clear spot in the webbing and pull out of his bag some spiked armor and put it on.
What?
Putting the armor on.
Put what armor on?
The
Trails.
Trails +1 plate armor that we.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's right. You sent me a message. One of the properties of magical armor is it does resize to fit the wearer. So when you try to put it on, you're going from medium to medium. You're just a big medium. So you start putting it on and it starts to creak and the leather straps expand and the spandex underneath stretches and it fits. You're now wearing spiked full plate +1.
Hooray! He feels very exposed for just a moment, and then he says, "You know what? I feel pretty dang good in my 21 AC right now."
Nice.
So yeah.
Jeez, Faizan, put on pants.
He's only pointing the breastplate. He's naked from the waist.
Yeah.
But it's so freeing.
That's gonna be really sticky in there.
That's why I said he's gonna find a clean spot in the webs where one of the fireballs went off.
Yeah, I think the floor is pretty well, it's actually pretty dirty. Just like ash everywhere.
It'd be warm.
Yeah. This
Still
room
warm.
is void of webs, except for the corners and the ceiling, maybe a little bit. Two fireballs took care of all the webbing in this area, and I didn't even think about that when Farazan came through. That trap wouldn't have been there, but
That's okay.
it didn't really
It's
have a
alright.
whole lot of
Didn't do
effect.
anything.
Yeah.
All right, are we going?
Yes.
Do we want to hazard a guess off into the west here on the way out? I mean, not hazard a guess, but hazard a look over here.
Something in this area?
Yes.
I don't think you're asking me, are you?
No,
We
I'm
could-
asking them.
No, you don't want to.
We could take a look, but it would be a shame if something murdered us when we'd already found the plans.
But I don't want to get
That's what happens. You find the plants and then you die. I mean, all the stories are like that.
All the stores.
the backup party comes down and just finds our corpses
Yep.
dripping the. Can pry it from my cold dead fingers. All three of them. Alright. Tarathiel
Okay.
dodges around the sticky patches on the floor and points them out to the other two as we go through.
Yeah, I'm revealing those as you guys are moving. And this one's just riddled with them all over the place.
Yeah,
What's,
Tarathiel needs a laser pointer. It's like, don't step there,
Yeah.
don't step there, don't
I was
step
thinking
there.
a spray can, right, of paint.
Yeah.
And just drawing
Put
little X's on the floor.
white X over,
No,
yeah.
That's a no square. That's a no square.
Yeah. What you don't see is the little Muppets picking up.
Picking it up and turning it around. Yeah.
Yeah. Little labyrinth dude.
Yep.
Nice. All right, you walk into the room. I am opening it as we speak. Oh, not that way.
No, not that way.
Oh, well. You know what? I'm going to do this hexagonally because it doesn't seem...
Hexagonally.
Shablacko. There we go.
Jeez.
Whoa.
How was that?
Shapla- That's a technical term.
Yes,
Just
it means
flax it.
revealing large areas.
It's actually from AD&D.
It's one of
Yeah,
the
it's an original
yeah,
term.
the original.
It's a it's a
But if you
Gygaxian
spell it
term.
backwards, it's actually a real word.
Gygaxian, yeah. Yeah.
So you enter and you obviously put together this is where those two very large spiders had come from originally and a lot of little ones. You step inside and you're pointing out all these different sticky, nasty areas. Everybody's avoiding them. Everybody give me a perception check.
Perception check. 24. Natural 20.
Okay,
Hooray.
natural
Whoa.
20. So Farazan, you
What?
see
Balance is
over
restored.
in the corner what looks like a mound covered in webbing. Not quite a cocoon. It's like the webbing has just piled up over something over time,
Mhm.
and it doesn't seem to fit the rest of it. The rest of the floor is oddly, doesn't have any stalactites, stalagmites. It's just cavernous, like maybe those had been removed, preparing this area to be carved out later. But you do see over in this area something that strikes your fancy.
Yeah. Farazan does the warmer, colder, warmer to lead Tarathiel over to it. Over there.
Okay.
Does it radiate magic?
Hot.
Yeah, you do get a little bit of magic from the area. It's faint because it's
Magic
covered.
from the area.
Is it going to explode?
I'll stay back here.
Can I tell what kind of magic it is? Is it exploding magic?
Is it, is it
Um,
stinky magic? Is it exploding magic? Is it weakening magic?
Bernie magic.
Burning magic?
I guess it'd be divination. It's kind of hard
Oh.
to explain.
Ooh, sneaky or spot.
Bernie
spying.
magic was my
Call it
favorite Harlem
divination.
Globetrotter. Bernie magic. Drathiel will kind of
think
turn to look
I
at the
don't think
mound,
it's
and
harmful magic.
he reaches out a hand and just like does a gesture, and for the first time he's going to cast his racial innate spell of Mage Hand to try and move the webs off of the mound.
Ooh.
You start telekinetically moving the stuff around. You pull the webs off, and you eventually reveal a medium-sized husk of a humanoid. Old tattered robes, a pouch, and a scroll case.
The real schematic for the remote control.
And the scroll case is what's producing the magic that you're sensing. That's why I couldn't
Okay.
tell. Like, do scrolls tell you what kind of spell is on it? That's why I couldn't think of maybe what I should be telling you.
Yeah,
But the
that's
spell-
interesting.
Yeah, but you're going to recognize the spell once you look at it because it's on your list.
Well, this is where if you roll high enough on your a-hole meter, it's just burning runes. It's exploding runes in a scroll case.
Those are
Open
always
the case,
fun,
unfill
right?
it, and boom.
I forgot who it was, but one of my earlier DMs liked to put traps on every treasure you found. I mean, like exploding runes, Sigia's snake sigil or whatever, sepia.
Mhm.
Anyway, everything you found, something was trapped. The spell book's trapped, or that's trapped, blah blah blah. Ugh, it's exhausting.
One of my favorite actual play moments, and I won't tell you which one because it's a spoiler, I guess. But the party finds a piece of paper with exploding runes written on it, and they figure out what it is without opening it somehow. And then one of the characters spends the next 10 sessions carrying this thing around, and then they go into a boss fight and they're getting their butts kicked, and his character just runs up and says, "Here, read this," and just unfolds the paper. Thinking that it works like a claymore, like this side towards
Right.
enemy. It's just
No.
a grenade. It just blows up.
He pulls the pin right there.
Oh man,
Fantastic moment.
that's great.
More
good.
grenade than claymore, I think.
Yeah.
I sorry to interrupt again, but I have this concept, and I meant to talk to you about this, Mike, in our play by post for the Extinction Curse. I've got an idea for a mage that does paper magic. So anytime
Ooh.
they cast a spell, if it's messenger or something or message, he would write it on a piece of paper and then fold it up into a like a little origami crane, and it would,
Yeah.
flap over to the thing. Or
Arcane origami. Sounds awesome.
yeah. I've like, I need to do this. So maybe Tech will do that.
Yeah, talk
Down
about the traps on every piece of treasure. There's a book. I've never read it, but I've heard it referenced many times. I think it's like Monsters Know What They're Doing or something like that.
Mhm.
That talks about like strategies and how to build encounters and how to make things interesting. Anyway, so the corollary to that is traps are expensive.
Mhm.
So if you ever go any place where everything is locked with a DC 20 lock and everything has sigil of exploding doom, they've dropped like $100,000, 100,000 gold just to lock the doors
Just to lock the
because
door, yeah.
that crap's expensive.
Is every
You
door
know-
trying to kill you? You might be in Shadowrun.
It's interesting you say that because in this adventure in particular, the writer has some side notes about some of the traps that you've come across in the doors and the fact that this is why this is happening, this is what the plan was, and all that stuff. It's really interesting.
Oh, yeah.
This was actually written by one of the better authors. I can't remember. I don't know if it's Wolfgang or who it was for this one, but this was for the background, the back stuff they have in there. It's a really interesting written adventure.
one of
Yeah,
the
but
things
it's
that Paizo used to do, which they've stopped doing, which I really liked, is like designer notes, where they would drop a little designer note in the corner of a page and say like, "This trap is designed to deplete the party's resources, and you can skip it if you feel like just those little hints as to not what is going on in the world, but why mechanically this thing is in the world. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, this has got all kinds of little side notes and blocks behind the scenes. Like behind the scenes,
Yeah.
this is what was happening. I like that stuff. That it doesn't really affect the game, but it can if you want to somehow introduce that to the players. But it gives you a sense of validation for why there's a trap every freaking where here in Jadaroon, you know.
Well,
But
it's like
Because
the,
gnomes
the,
is
it's the
jokes.
logic of like, I think a DC 15 lock costs 50 gold.
So
In the player's handbook.
Expensive gold or expensive.
It's a
lock.
DC 15 lock, and it's cost 50 gold. You pick the lock, you get in the chest, and there's 4 gold pieces. It's like, I'm gonna go sell the lock.
Yeah.
I take the chest. All right, Tarathiel will grab the scroll case and bring it over to Khaldun.
all right.
Found another one.
And the pouch that was on the hip also had some jingle jangle in it.
Jingle sway, jingle, jingle.
I do love the jingle and the jangle.
I prefer the jangle, honestly.
Inside the
Jangle.
pouch,
Jangle all the way.
320 gold and 4 pearls worth 50 gold apiece.
Ooh.
Khaldun, you open the scroll case, I'm assuming, and inside is a scroll of clairaudience. Clairaudience.
I think I know her.
Just her audience.
Okay.
Nothing else seems to jump out at you.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness nothing else jumps out at us. Or
The other thing I was thinking before is Tarathiel wouldn't know this, but when the AP gives you a giant diamond, I get very worried.
Well, Khaldun, you do
Oh.
actually recognize that 4 pearls worth 50 gold apiece are absolutely spell components for something.
Mhm.
Okay. I guess I don't
Whatever
know.
was.
I
whatever
can't
it was
remember.
for the-
I can't remember specifically what it is either, but behind the scenes,
Mhm.
Oh, there's fucking things.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, a 250 diamond could definitely be used for revivification, although it'd be a waste.
yeah, and not really
That
a
is-
good way to turn a 2,500 gold piece diamond into 500 gold piece diamonds. Don't think it works that way.
Not with that attitude. Bring the hot rod.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna mend it down to 500s.
Yeah, you whip
Sure.
out your jeweler's tools. Hang on just 1 second. Just one hit. Crap.
Put it on
He's
top
gonna
of your
die.
head.
No, I like this plan where we just smash it with a hammer and then like divide it into 5 portions and then cast mending on each portion.
I think it's a great idea.
All right, we need to find Sakura and the others.
Okay. Let's get out
All
of here.
right.
So as you are leaving this cavernous area, you're carrying this torch.
Mhm.
As soon as the light hits the door, you hear sounds like Sakura yelling in there, "You guys all right? What the hell was that thing?" And you come out and find the 3 of them standing there with their weapons out now, but they don't look like they've been harmed.
It didn't bite anyone, did it?
No, it just bugged out.
Good one.
he sits there for a minute and relishes at his own joke, slowly.
Well,
I like this guy
Khaldun
even more.
crosses his arms and he looks up and down the hallway. It's like, looks like everyone's keeping their word today. That's pretty nice.
Well, you pay us
We
really well.
we got
Well,
what
the
we
spider
came
kept
for.
its word too.
Oh, yeah. Well, it looked pretty messed up.
Which way did it go?
And he points down the hallway towards, I guess, the front of this area. Is my pinging?
Yes, your
Yes.
pinging
Okay.
is pinging down the ping.
Okay.
Over Shma.
Okay.
All right.
Kawad says that Sakura rolled a nat 20 on that joke. Roll a comedy check.
Performance dad jokes. All right.
I'm gonna start. Not hiding, opening, just everything that you've found so far. Oh,
Oh, no.
that's not the right
Wrong way.
button. And darkness falls. Ah! You take 20 points of damage.
Please.
Darkness falls and
damn.
everyone dies.
Darkness fell. Does it make it?
Heading out front, you head out to the quote beach area. It is vacant. The doors, these were all right. So it looks like you see basically a bloody trail, and up this wall, ping, damn it, right beside the door.
Mhm.
The bloody trail stops and looks like it hits the wall, and then whatever those tracks disappear up the wall.
Oh, did the big evil spider take a snack with him?
No, it was
We
bleeding.
left a-
Like this thing was damn near dead. It had
You left
I
a
mean-
body, right?
lift a little veil. It had like 3 hit points left.
Well, shoot. I almost had him.
You did.
Should have shot it.
Yeah.
Should have thrown a parting blow at it.
Yeah.
Well, we drove it off. It kept its word. So maybe, just maybe, if we encounter it again in the future,
You could be
we have
friends.
other options besides killing each other.
Yeah. Can we? I don't remember if we looked before, but the far side of the cavern, there were some beaches on the other side.
Uh-huh.
Or was there anything over
Scary beaches.
Fez
What about
bring
him?
a speedo? Or...
there? Was there anything over there? I don't know. For we did a
You-
actual.
You guys didn't go look.
Well, I
You
don't,
didn't check it out.
definitely don't want to go look. I'm just you know,
Good.
Farzan's gonna take out his hand binoculars and look over there. He's not gonna go over there. No.
So-
Spider
Right.
Elf might be able to do it.
He's gonna take a
Yeah, I mean,
big
I
piece of
could...
paper and cut 2 circles that kind of overlap and just kind of hold it in front of it.
Tarathiel's dark vision doesn't even make it halfway across the water, so
No.
I would have to actually go over there.
You'd have to swim across or go to the wall and climb up the ceiling and crawl across the ceiling to get over there.
Yeah. I don't know. The last time
Or-
somebody went and scouted ahead, they died brutally. So
Or when we get to the other side, it's a shorter jaunt across the wall.
Oh,
yeah, that's true.
wasn't suggesting anyone go over there. Just look. Maybe we should take a bit more of a look when we go across the trolley. Khaldun, can you replace the gear that you took out of the mechanism so we can get out of here?
Sure. I'll go in there and pull out the gear, stick it in there, cast grease on it. No, I don't cast grease on it.
If you threw a mending on it, it would be perfect. But you did, if I remember correctly, you did you rolled like a.
I think I
19 or
rolled
an
pretty well when I pulled
Yeah,
it
it was the low 20s was your final, so it's no problem putting it in there. If you throw a mending on there, it's good as new. It's just like you'd never taken it out.
Okay, mending takes about a minute.
Does it? Okay. You don't have to. You feel like it's still going to work, but this will bring
Okay.
it. Like if you cast mending, it is perfect.
It's
Okay, good.
Khaldun's podcast. It's Khaldun's Mending Minute.
Yeah, you need a fence that you can look over.
Yep.
That would be perfect. Yeah, while they're hanging out, Farazan looks at the 3 of them and he motions over to the far side and says, "Is there anything over there we should be concerned with?"
No idea. I've never been over there. They never really
Oh,
talked
hey.
about it.
That reminds me. Does anybody know how to turn this off? And Tarathiel opens the screaming pocket on his handy haversack.
It stops. It's no longer
Oh, it does?
screaming. Yeah.
Oh,
And however, Sakura goes, "Oh yeah, they told us about that. That's that alarm rock.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you just got to have a special word for it. Hang on.
Oh no. Oh no.
There is,
You see the movie Dumb and Dumber?
Yes.
yeah.
And he goes, "You ever heard the most annoying sound in the world?"
Oh man. Arizona's just starting to like that guy too.
Just
Yeah.
into the lake.
The password or the magic word to make it stop is shut up. And the stone will stop screaming.
Huh.
Tap it, it'll scream for an hour, and it's loud. You just say "shut up," and they'll stop.
That's
Sweet. It's like it was invented by, as an alarm clock.
Yes. Shut up!
Yeah.
Not now,
What is
Mom.
this thing?
Give us a meatloaf.
You just need like a grandfather clock lying on its back or something, and then you leave the stone where the hour is just going to tap it at the right time.
oh no.
All right.
So what's the plan?
Go home.
All right.
I think we need to go in batches, right? Because
We can send them across first, right?
So it'll take 4 humanoid size, or it'll take Farazan and 1 other.
Okay.
So basically, really 2 trips.
Yeah, cool. And then I can do the same thing again, where I walk up the rail, or given that now we kind of control both sides, somebody else could winch it down and then winch it back with me in it.
Either way,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, and you don't have to worry about falling now because you have the spider climb.
Oh yeah,
things,
that's right. Spider climb. I just walk
Yeah,
upside
you
down on
just-
the rail.
You can just
Yeah.
run right up it. Yep.
Or I mean, Farzan and I can go first, and then we'll send it back and bring them across.
Okay.
Do it that way.
I guess it's funny because Tarathiel could just go across first, and then winch the 2 of us across, and then we could winch the 3 of them across.
That's what
And then we
that's what I
and
was
then we
saying,
leave.
man.
Okay, and then we just leave. But anyway, yeah, we had too much thought into this, but yeah, we're across.
Yeah. So all of you are across. It takes a couple minutes because it takes about a
want me
minute
to-
for it to go one way to the other. But yeah,
Mhm.
a few minutes later, you're all 4 or 5 across, 6 across.
Yes.
Do you want me to check out that beach?
Yeah, take a look at it.
All right, Tarathiel will hand over the plans just in case something awful happens to him.
We'll put it in
And
our
then he
GG2.
will. He will. Yeah, walk along the wall. Take a look.
All
Don't
right.
get too far away.
Do you remember me describing this beach area from last time?
Mm-mm.
How about I just read you the flavor
something
text?
Murder, something strewn with bones, something.
This beach is horrifying. Thick carpets of pale fungus intermingled with sheets of clotted blood and partially eaten entrails and body parts. The entire place reeks of decay. And as you come around the edge, let me go ahead and open this up for you.
Maybe don't.
If you don't.
You don't have to. Let's see. Start here. Why are we not having a good time?
Something about turnover.
Ooh, turn order.
Oops.
Oh.
That's an accident.
Oh gosh.
Roll for order of death. I mean initiative.
Ah!
So,
There we
Come
go.
back! Come back! Come back!
all
Come back!
around the edge of the wall, and if you just kind of went straight around, you're still 90 feet up, so you technically don't see this far, but you go down far enough. You're examining the beach, and you see this creature in the middle of the beach. It looks. Let's see if I can blow it up for you. Nay.
Again, don't feel like you have to.
Yeah.
I don't need to see it closer.
It's fine, really. I mean,
Oh, I just zapped 1,000 times. There we go. So, does that show up? I can't.
mm-mm.
I haven't seen anything.
Nope. Fantastic.
All your knobs and levers are broken.
Yeah.
It's something Z. It's Alt Z or Shift Z or something. I can't remember which one it is.
Oh, for you guys to see it, maybe I have to do that.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a dragon thingy. Looks draconic.
Looks somewhat reptilian
Mhm.
more than draconic.
Oh, okay.
And it is, like I said, it's rolled up like it's sleeping.
Mhm.
But as you approach, it obviously can see you before you saw it.
Uh-oh.
And it unfurls and unrolls. And it looks like it's about 20 feet long when it completely unravels. And it lifts its head up. It looks straight at you and then just starts running full tilt at you.
Uh-oh.
But it does not move fast. This thing looks more amphibious and aquatic than it does land. So it's moving slow, but it's lifts its head up, looks at you, and then drops down on all fours and just like that slither walk look of amphibious. Like a salamander, just it comes straight at you.
I don't know if you've ever seen an iguana run. Those things can actually scoot.
Yeah, so can a alligator, crocodile.
Yeah.
They can-
Nope.
Time to leave. Drake,
Yeah,
time to leave.
I wish to run away.
Okay. Let's see. You it gets right there. I need you to give me a saving throw first.
Uh-huh.
How do we get to
That
how do we get to it?
is a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
Is Tarathiel
Is this
panic?
against
what's-
being charmed or being put to sleep by any chance?
No, it's not charm or sleep, but you feel like as it's getting closer, your mind dulls and you feel like you're moving through molasses. You just feel like you're
Yeah.
just starting to slow down.
Heck no, I'm spending inspiration on this.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
13. Might still fail. It was a 13 and a 6.
DC for wisdom, 13.
Whew.
Ah,
Thank goodness.
You succeed. So you feel yourself slowing down, like your legs are just getting heavy and heavy. You're just bogging down, but you shake your head and you have you've thrown off the feeling. If you do anything besides run, we're rolling initiative.
no, I am running. And the fun thing about being a rogue is
You can run fast.
standard bonus on movement. I can get 90 feet, which gets me to about there.
Okay. Yeah.
Trafiel disappears into the dark, and then yeah, you guys wait for a moment, and then just pelting back around the corner on the wall.
It just
Go, go, go,
no,
go,
no,
go.
Nope. It's funny. I had a rogue monk level 3 or something like that. It could move 150 feet around.
Yep.
It was unreal.
Yeah, he was
Disgusting.
mobile. He had mobility.
He had mobility and he had the plus 10 from third level of monk or whatever. I forgot what level he was. And then he had the cutting action.
Cunning action.
So he could dodge, move. He could dodge or he could dash, and move 50.
Good grief.
It was fantastic. Yeah, it was great. It was kind of a cool concept.
Anyway,
Anyway.
have you ever played any of the Spider-Man games? The recent Spider-Man games, the wall running, where he just
Spider-Man?
runs full speed along the wall. That's what I see Tarathiel doing. Yeah.
Exactly what I'm thinking. Yeah, he just runs over everyone's heads, going nope, run.
I think it's time to leave.
Yep.
And the three of them are looking at you like, what was it?
Time to go. Dragon, let's go.
Yeah. And they take through the tunnel.
We scared off the gross oculus spider, and I don't want to face this thing. So
No.
Oh, I had to do a reload.
It's okay.
I'll allow it.
Oh,
We're shoveling ourselves down the tube.
Yep. Consider us out of the dungeon
yes.
and on to our next.
Consider
So
yourself
anyway,
in the dungeon for sure.
Yeah.
Once you
So
head
was
up,
that slow?
was what slow?
the effect slow?
You have no idea.
Okay.
That would be awful. A slow gaze attack. Actually, you need to go
Yeah,
back and kill that thing and make goggles out of whatever.
Yeah, let's go identify. Excuse me. I'll be right back.
Excuse me. What is your name?
Was that slow? All right,
You
you
have
guys,
blood red eyes.
you make it out to the jungle
Hooray!
with your 3 new patriots and a schematic for creating rods of control water.
Awesome.
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as soon as we make it out of the mouth of the cave, I turn and I look at our henchmen and say, "Well, gentlemen, thank you very much." I reach out, 15, 15, 15. Here's the rest.
Here's a pearl. Here's a pearl. Here's a pearl.
Don't do that.
Yeah, those are 50,
Yeah,
50.
yeah.
No, yeah.
And they all take their money, pocket it, nod. Skura looks at you. Anything else?
I mean,
Well,
that gets
we're
you
headed
guys
to
for
the
the month,
cauldron.
right?
Say again?
That gets you
Like-
for the month, right?
Yeah.
Then I guess we'll see you tomorrow.
Where you want us to go? Or where
We're
you want
staying
to
at the
find?
drunken. We're staying at the Drunken Morkoth.
I think we can. Afford that now. He looks at the other two, and they're
So?
nodding. And Skuro seems to have taken the lead for these 3 guys. The 3 of them. Is this going to be an ongoing kind of arrangement?
For the rest of your
we'll
life.
see. We've got to figure out what we've got to do with some of the things that we found. But who knows? We have no idea where we'll be tomorrow,
We need to have a board meeting.
and they
All
are
right, then.
boring.
Tell you what, we'll go get some rooms at the Drunken Morkoth. They have a announcement board. If you need us, just put something up there. We'll find out wherever you want us to go. You got us for a month.
Alrighty.
Sounds good.
And they look around. How did
That
we
way.
okay, thank you. And the 3 of them will start walking off towards the road. And I'm assuming you're all going back to Cauldron.
Yeah.
Head back, go back to the road. It's a bit of a hike. Remember, it was about 4 or 5 miles down into the jungle. It's morning time by this time because you guys took an 8-hour rest, and you started at dark. So it's just past dawn. It's maybe 10 o'clock in the morning. Farazan, you are still level 1 exhausted. Remember, you're very, very tired at this point.
On the upside, the healing one is recharged.
You know what? You're exactly right. It has
Oh,
recharged at dawn.
dawn. Yeah.
Yep. At dawn.
Excellent.
You head back up. You go to the gates. The guards see the 3 of you. Well, basically, you're all walking together. The 6 of you. They didn't run off,
Yeah.
so they're just sauntering up with you. The guards see the 3 of you specifically. Farazan, you just stick out. Even in the stand-to time in the morning when you can't see anybody's face and it's just shadowy. They see you walking up, and they open the gates. Stand aside. Welcome back, my lords. And they let you through.
Oh.
Are we lords?
Thank you.
He nods.
Did we get given land somewhere?
We have titles.
Yeah, exactly. When did that happen?
When Farazan put on a multi-$1,000 set of armor, probably. Thousand
Well,
gold
over-
pieces, rather.
Over the last few months, people have been more and more friendly. It's just word of your exploits has apparently gotten around, and the guards just nod, smile, and let you in.
Hang out with us. You
They're,
get to go to big
they're-
fancy
Save us some
parties.
tax.
If you see anybody with 8 human eyes, don't let them in.
Yeah.
What if it's 4 people?
Tarathiel just claps the guy on the shoulder and walks past.
Good advice, sir.
Oh,
They look at each other.
yeah.
I did say before it's like four mercenaries in a blanket. That giant spider thing. That's why it has 8 limbs and 8 eyes, 8 human eyes.
It's just a giant. puppet.
That's right. And it's 5 people. One person's got their eyes closed. So you are coming in the eastern gate.
Mhm.
Heading up. You tell me what you're doing. I don't want to. I don't want to assume and say what you're doing. So what are you guys doing? What's the plan?
Stopping by a Starbucks.
Yep.
I think we should.
They're open. They've
We
been
should
up.
head
most of
to-
the street.
They're always open.
Yes.
We should head to Jenya's.
Okay. So you're gonna head up to the Church of St. Cuthbert.
Yeah. I need a more appropriate sound set. Hang on. I will find the ridiculous driving rain.
That rain has. It's not quite going sideways, but it's still coming down very, very hard. Those side roads that go up and down the grain are basically just gullies, water just flooding down them. You get to the church, they're already up and moving. The acolytes are moving around doing their daily business, and they see you coming and they bow and smile and say welcomes. Head inside, one of them goes back and gets head priestess Jenya. And she comes out. Well, what'd you figure out? What'd you find out?
I think we have it. I put it in her hand. This seemed to be some kind of schematic for a rod of water control. I'm not exactly sure if that's what you needed or not.
Her mouth just goes a little slack, and she takes it, and hands are shaking a little bit. This is it. Oh my God, this
I'm
is it.
glad.
I am too.
Yeah.
Thank you very. Please don't move. And she takes off back to her rectory. And a few minutes later, she comes out with a small chest. She's holding, it's obviously heavy. The way she's carrying it back in there. She sets it down on the floor. This is yours.
Mm.
This barely comes to begin to express our thanks, the city's thanks, the 3 other churches' thanks, though the Church of Weejas really didn't help. But the other 2 put in what they could.
They're pricks.
Thank you very much. I'm going to get to work right now creating these.
So you know how to create these
I do.
with the schematics? Okay, good.
With the schematics. I'm going to get together with some of the other churches, the Blue Crater Academy. Some of the instructors there have agreed if we find what we need to help, we will have one of these made in 2 days.
I suggest
thank
you
you.
make a
Well,
copy.
I can help.
Your help is welcome. Please.
If you need some help, I can help.
Absolutely, we would love your help. And she yells over, Rufus, go to the Blue Crater Academy. Let them know that we've got it. And she yells at another acolyte, go to the Temple of Cord and let him know that we're ready. And she's just starting blabbing. She just starts spouting out orders. And she goes full military. You do this, you do this. We're gonna get this. I'm gonna go back here, go grab all the components we need. Go get things like just on and on and on. She kind of loses track of you guys. She just immediately just jumps into action. If you're just standing around, after a moment, she goes, "I'm sorry. Thank you, Khaldun, if you're going to help, please stick around. We're going to get started now. The other 2, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude, but I have to start doing this now. I'll find you. Either the Morkoth or come back later, come back in 2 days when they just, please. I'm not being rude, but I have to do this now."
You know where to find us
It's-
if you need us.
And she just kind of takes off back into the church. And she's still just yelling orders. Go grab this, get this, get the hammer. Khaldun, do you have your equipment? Can you go grab that? I mean,
I
she's
do.
also-
I pull out the blowtorch. I'm ready to see metal.
On the size of it
Pull
says
down the
not a
goggles.
flamethrower.
Yes.
I imagine you just like you
It isn't.
twist it and the flame just goes like brighter and then it turns blue.
Yeah,
Yes.
it basically is like a a
Welding torch.
yeah, like a blowtorch, a welding torch. So Khaldun, not Khaldun, Farazan and Tarathiel, what would you like to do? It looks like Khaldun's going to be hanging around and probably will be busy for a couple of days.
I don't know about you, but I could murder a taco.
I think I need some rest, but I'm going to drop off this armor with the smith to have it modified just a bit. It's a little tight in the arms.
Yep.
And it's also
So-
spiky. If I hold my hands up like this, I stabs him in the
Stab,
yeah.
stab. It hurts when I do this.
Stop doing it.
Then stop doing that.
Yeah, he's gonna drop off the.
Maybe you should.
hmm?
Maybe you should skip a couple of arm days.
No, I need all the strength I can get.
Every day is arm day.
Drop off the plate and have some of the. It doesn't want it to, to be ominously evil looking. He just wants it to be.
It's so the spikes were functional for sure. It's not like like a God, what were those things from the Ravagers, like where they just had spikes randomly, like they were just they're not. These were made for combat. They're put in places that are designed to be used while fighting. So
Okay.
Right
So
on the
it's-
nipples.
how about you? What was that? Redneck Rampage. The
It's Batman armor.
the fembots that would like shoot you with their
Yeah.
yeah, that was a very awesome game.
Oh no, that one. Sorry.
Redneck
The,
Rampage, so good.
That's
the
old.
spikes ground down into nubs, so you can have nubby armor.
He would you could get a crossbow, but you could eventually find dynamite, and you could attach the dynamite to the crossbow, and he'd shoot something, and it would explode like a rocket launcher, right?
Yeah.
And every time he did, you go, "Holy shit!" So it's so well done. It was so freaking funny. Anyway,
Luminous Groove says like Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which
Oh.
yeah, I think
Okay.
that's an
Very-
apt comparison.
much like that, yes.
Okay.
He gets inspiration.
Yes.
Dang it! Don't give him inspiration. He's in my game.
You could use his game too. So the two of you, to kind of shorten what's going on, you two have 2 days to do whatever you'd like to do. Khaldun, you stick around, and the high priest from the Church of Cord comes in. Master Deacon, who is your direct superior from the Blue Crater Academy, comes in, and when he comes in, he sees you and he nods and doesn't smile, but has like this look of joy, like he's glad you're there, And he comes in, and you and Jinya and half the acolytes, you just start getting to work, right? And so essentially, what you guys are doing over the next 2 days are crafting a magic item, a single magic item. Because normally it would take probably 300 days. But between all of you, you're getting it done in 2 days. That's how much work's being done. Round the clock, somebody's always working on it. You're not going to have a whole lot of time during this time, Khaldun, to do anything else.
Okay, that's fine.
No breathing, eating, or sleeping.
Yes, you may poop and sleep. Eating is optional. Farazan, 2 days, you're going to be working on the armor. Is there anything in particular you'd like to do for those 2 days?
No, just kind of reflavoring the armor, kind of putting some touches on it to make it look more like his, something that from his, ceremonial armor that kind of described earlier. More colorful, more, just something less imposing.
Goliathy.
Okay.
What'd you say, Mike?
More Goliathy.
More Goliathy. Yeah.
And Tarathiel, 2 days. Anything in particular you'd like to do?
I think I had an order in at Skies for Stone of Sending.
Yeah, but you put that.
But it might have been might have been not that long ago, and I think she said a couple of weeks, so that's probably
Yeah.
too early to check in on that. So other than that, I guess Tarathia will he'll rest up.
And
He will try and figure out how to set up a hammock somewhere without driving a nail into the wall, because I think he took the hammock,
Huh.
but
Okay.
hasn't figured that out. Yeah,
All right, so you
and
just,
I'll
go ahead.
check in on the orphanage just to make sure everything's okay there. But other than
All right. Everything's fine at the orphanage. You do find out that Patch has basically been forgiven. Headmistress has let him come back. He's working there again. Everything seems calm. You get your hammock and you lay low for a while, for a couple of days while this is going on. And 2 days pass.
Long rest.
Yeah, you have a long rest. You have 2 long rests. So your exhaustion is gone after the first one.
Hooray.
Khaldun, you're sleeping. There's no exhaustion there. And by the end of the second day, all of your work combined have created this rod of water control. I didn't realize sorry, I'm moving my camera a little bit. Jinya takes it. That's too much. Anyway, Jinya takes it, and she, with an entourage of all the clergy of Cauldron, except, again, the priests and priestess, the high priestess of Weejas is not there. They go down to the Cradle Lake, which is now basically almost up to Lava Avenue.
Oh.
So these...
Can we
These
put
first
the
two-
cauldron map up?
Is it not?
no, we're
Awesome,
still looking at the
We're
dungeon.
still in the Cave of Doom.
I'm on it, but I didn't switch the player thing over. How's that?
Excellent.
Better.
So...
Or is the other one? I was
Oh,
trying to
wow.
figure out what the fourth church was.
Paylor, yeah, and that's more of a like a shrine. It's not a big church. The Cord and Weejas and St. Cuthbert are the actual churches. Paylor is more of a temple. And so Cradle Lake has gotten up, I said Lava Avenue, halfway to Lava Avenue. It's gotten up past the second ring of buildings, but
I'm going to go
What-
buy some waterfront property.
But years ago, when this first initially happened, all these things were flooded. There's a lot of sandbags around beyond Ash Avenue to this third ring. The first ring, all those buildings are on stilts. I don't know if I ever mentioned that before, but they are up higher because of the flood that happened 40, 50 years ago. So the water for them is not up to the level yet, but it's just under. Like the stairs going down to the lake, the stairs going down to the road of Ash Avenue. Ash Avenue's underwater, right? So Jinya, they all traipse down, go down quickly to the pavilion area, and she pulls the rod and she does an incantation, and water spigots, like tornadoes over water, they start forming, 1 or 2 of those at a time, and the water just starts shooting straight up in the air, and you look and it's angled up over the city outside the side walls.
Nice.
So this item is basically creating water funnels, tornadoes, whatnot, to draw the water out of the lake. And and they all start applauding, clapping. Successful creation. Master Deacon's patting you on the back. He's like, "Yeah, boy, good night." and she
I pull out the decanter. Geyser. I'll start squirting water.
You're not helping. And she continues, and she looks over to the other 2 high priests, and she says, "Go back, go get some rest. I'm going to do this for now, and come relieve me in about 6 hours." She looks at you, Khaldun. Thank you. Thank you for your help, Master Deacon. Rufus, great job. Didn't know you had it in you. He nods. And she continues, and she's just standing there, and looks like she's going to continue this for hours.
Go eat some meat.
Okay.
I head toward the drunken workout.
All right. Um, all of you are the Drunken Morkoth, including Sakuro and the other two. They're in there and they're having dinner, flirting with, or attempting to flirt with Alini, and all she just kind of says is, "Ciao," when she bounces off and gets him something to drink. The night passes, the morning comes. You step outside the Morkoth and look down, and you can see there are still several of these spouts still draining. The rain's still coming down, but you can tell a significant difference. The water is no longer all around the edge of Ash Avenue. You have successfully saved the town of Cauldron.
Hooray!
And that chest that she dropped off, which nobody seemed to get, which I always appreciate that when players don't immediately just jump in like, "Where's my loot?" There's another 5,000 gold in there
Jeez.
Jeez.
that you have been
Whoa.
paid for your services. They and you honestly you haven't heard from Ginny since. You got the feeling that the three of them were just the three high priest and priestess were spending 8-hour shifts round the clock using this rod, removing the water, draining the lake, and this goes on for days.
I just envisaged as like we cut to morning outside of Cauldron somewhere out in the base of the mountain. Somebody at a little farm somewhere comes out, like just spends it, and then this water funnel just comes out of the sky and just drenches,
Uber geyser.
destroys their house.
Well, I think it's it's James Bond that has the first Jaws, where the car just Moonraker, the car just drops out of nowhere through the guy's roof, and then Jaws just crawls out and walks to the front door and just nods at the guy and walks off. So it's kind of
Walks off,
yeah, he just kind of dusts himself off.
Oh, that's
Same deal. The
hilarious.
farmer's left with like a load of fish out of Crater Lake.
It's like the Phineas and Ferb episode where you see the husband and wife, and he's always started this new business. He's like, "You think there's just gonna be a delivery truck fall out of the sky and then boom?" So he's got a little water bottling plant. He's like, "Well, why did you build this here? There's no source of water. Just splash." Yep, perfect.
So you guys definitely have a couple of days. The town is still very much subdued. The rain is still coming down, but
I thought Mike turned that off.
after the first day, you definitely see a difference. And as the next couple of days pass, you see the lake is effectively being drained. What do you want to do? You've got tons of cash.
Yeah, I mean,
Got this place that you discovered. It's still got some evil beasties down there if you want to go back and check that out.
I would like to do a little research in Blue Crater on some of the creatures that we've encountered and see if I can learn a little more.
Okay. Tell me which one specifically first, and we'll go from there.
I'm going to do the spider demon thing first, and
Okay.
and the flappy, flippy, slowy thing second.
All right. So we'll go with the spider demon thing first. You do have advantage. You can do a knowledge nature.
Okay. Advantage rolled.
Sorry, Luminous Grove said 4 words: water, slide, park, tourism.
Every underground ruins always, the players always want to turn it into an underground water park.
Sounds like it's Civilization 6, because that's like all the things that you do to bring in tourism.
Turn Shadowrun into
I
the water
rolled a
level
10.
Roll the 10.
Sonic.
You do not find anything in reference to this. So rerolls happen every day. So the first day, you find nothing. The other creature you did not see firsthand, just based off of Tarathiel's description from a distance while he's pooping himself, you have disadvantage. on this.
Can Farazan draw it?
Can
So
have
nature,
huge.
No, this was Arcana.
Arcana. Okay.
And-
Arcana disadvantage.
And what's keying you into it is the fact that it got close to him and he felt a sluggish feeling. That's
Yeah.
what makes you think it's an otherworldly thing.
16.
16. That's a good roll.
The 20.
The
would have
only
been better.
thing, yes, it would have been better. The only thing that you can think of that would have that kind of effect without getting close or touching or gazing is a creature known as a Skulven.
Bless you.
Never heard of that.
So they are they're actually demons, and they're what you would consider like the wildlife of hell or the abyss, excuse me. So it'd be like just like some strange antelope or wildcat or whatever. This is the wildlife, a creature that would be considered like the wildlife of the abyss.
Great.
That's about all you can find with the 16, even though it's that good. But that's based on the description, its size, and the way it slithered and how you felt. You're like, that's after spending a day or so looking through the books, you figured that's got to be what that was.
Okay. Well, that's not a naturally occurring creature. This is not its regular biome. So something must have summoned it or maybe poked a hole and it came through. That's not good.
Should we go down and take care of them?
It's also that
Oh,
undead null wizard thing.
Say
yeah.
again?
There's also that undead null wizard thing, right?
And honestly, looking at the map, I'll go ahead and bring it back up and let you look. There's a lot of unexplored areas down there.
Yeah.
Where's the map? Is that the map? Hey, that's the
I'm
map. Okay.
I'm the map.
I mean, without exaggeration, there's a good third of it you haven't even seen yet.
I'm gonna say this, and like I've never actually done this in a game, but this would make a great stronghold for the characters because it's got this fantastic like that gondola thing, keeping people away from you. I think it'd be great.
Well, it was a dwarven stronghold, right?
Yeah,
It
I
was.
think it'd be great. As long as we don't wake up whatever is in the water.
Well, I think we found whatever's in the water. That abyss puppy.
Abyss
We
puppy.
had web
Yes.
kittens, and then we have abyssal
That's what
puppies.
Skulven translate to in abyssal. Abyss puppy.
Let's get Yankee.
Yeah.
Get Yankee for Floofer.
So Khaldun spent a day researching. Another day has passed. If there's anything that Tarathiel and Farazan would like to do,
I have a weird request.
Yeah.
Tarathiel will dig around in his stuff and find the stone monkey finger that we got from the lucky monkey.
Yep.
And he wants to commission Farazan to draw it
The
in
statue.
as much detail. No, it's just a finger from a statue. So it's like it's broken off at the back where it would connect to the hand.
Mhm.
And so Tarathiel asks Farazan, could I commission a piece of art? Could you draw this for me
That's,
in as much detail as you can?
it's a bit of an odd request. I mean, you have the thing there. I don't know why you would want to recreate it on paper.
Can you do it?
Yes, I can. I can do it.
All right. I don't know what the going rate is, but I'm happy to give you some of my cut of the money.
I don't think that's necessary. So I guess I could roll that if we're not doing anything else right now.
you two have a day while he was doing his research. So yeah, you can totally do that.
Okay. Painter supplies.
Just roll to see the quality, not success.
Okay. There's an
Yeah,
actual.
you can draw it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. There's an actual way of rolling this, right? There's a thing that we can actually roll.
D20 plus your skill.
Okay. Do you want that to be dexterity?
Um,
Oh,
dealer's choice: dexterity or intelligence.
uh, let's
You can do it if you've got the tools in your inventory. You can click on the tool in your inventory, and it will come up with a roll.
Okay, I found it. Here we go. They were yeah. Pretty good quality at a 21.
Yeah, that
Awesome.
is a. If so, what kind of style are you going for? What did you want like a when you're drawing when you're making your drawing, were you looking to make it an exact duplicate or some sort of stylistic something?
No, just
What were you
just a. I mean, as close to visual.
It's
you
a
know,
still
yeah,
life.
still life. I mean,
Yeah, it's still life.
yeah, I've seen people who have made like pencil drawings that when you step back from them, they look like a photograph. Like that's what this is.
with the shadow and stuff like
Yeah.
that. That's what you got. 21, you nail it. This is a perfect replica on paper.
He turns it to Tarathiel, says, "Well, it's just a doodle, but here you go."
Yes. That is perfect. Thank you, Faizan.
And you go to pick up the finger, and it's actually the painting. Like, oh
Ah.
my god, I can't. Which
Yeah.
one? Ah.
It's an
You have to-
optical.
you have to
illusion.
get level with the table and see which one's 3D.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you have your photo. Oh, your drawing. An hour.
All right.
You know,
Yeah.
your drawing is done.
Farazan's going to change his last name from Kalrak Damasha to Xerox.
I thought you could just add that to the end. Right?
Yeah, there you go.
Correct, Masha
Yeah,
Zero.
that's right.
That's right. You just add them.
Oh, that's great.
So
the
you-
other thing that Farazan wants to do with his time off is commission something from the blacksmith.
All right. What would you like? You talking about the dwarven blacksmith or your friend the blacksmith? Khaldun.
Either well, Khaldun's busy. He's got his nose in a book. Well, what's left of his nose in a book. So he's gonna go to
I
the
have a nose.
It's as
just
much
small.
nose as he started with.
yes. all
All of
the
it.
nose, yeah. Anyway, to the blacksmith here in town, who he's been given a ridiculous amount of gold to at this point, and
Mhm.
he will commission a gate with the dimensions from the hole to the ruins.
Oh, okay.
Make a
I see
door-
what you're
Oh,
saying.
make a
for the
door.
outside.
Yeah. So a gate to cover
Cool.
an iron gate. What are you looking at?
Running
Yeah,
game.
as sturdy as you can make it from the inside and the out.
So you go to Gerzen's smithy, and Fallion's in there with a couple of his apprentices about. Farazan, what can I do for you?
We have
It's a
found.
terrible dwarven accent.
Yeah, it's
What
fine.
that was.
It's fine. This is your world. Maybe that's what they sound like in your world.
It coughs
He
a
was
little bit.
eating.
Yeah, he's Farazan.
He's gonna eating a cheesesteak. Um,
Now say Falagan.
Flagon. Farlagon.
he says we found some
Ireland.
ruins underneath Cauldron, and this one has an entrance on the outside of the mountain. I think it would be good to have a door or a gate to protect those of us out here from the denizens from down below.
He cocks a big bushy eyebrow. Where's this entrance?
I can show you, but it will take us some time to get there.
Well, I don't have I can't leave the smithy. So you want a gate? And he closes his eyes and trying to figure out the dimensions. How big around the hole? 6 feet diameter. How's it gonna open? What do you want it? Do you want it to hinge? How's that gonna work?
This is your realm here. I don't know mechanics, but something that would be some sort of cantilever,
Sure.
I would imagine, so that we can get in and out of it easily.
Like solid or like a portcullis? You want open air?
Open air would be fine, I think, but not too large of an opening.
Can it go? It opens and closes.
Yeah. He starts bouncing an idea around.
I don't remember how large was the tunnel.
6 foot diameter.
Okay, yeah. He describes it. He even gives him a little schematic. I can roll again if you want.
Ah. He's just looks like he's counting, like he's
Yeah, he's
processing money.
yeah he's coming up with the invoice.
Yeah, it might take us about, I don't know, 3-4 days, 75 gold.
Sounds good. And he puts it on the table.
You want a lock?
Yes.
You have to go see. Oh, Gelb's not there anymore. Well, good luck finding a lock. I'll get started on this right now.
I'm working on it.
So that day passes. Was something else, Tarathiel?
Tarathiel will go and see Moonfish and check on the status of the soft toys that he commissioned for the kids.
Okay. You go down and now that's going to take pretty much the rest of the day because it's a little bit of a hike down there and back. So you go down, you find her in her little gnomish, in her druidic area. She sees you walking up and she nods. Are you here for the dolls?
If they're ready.
They're ready. And she walks off into this natural looking hut, like root ceilings and things like that. And she walks back out and she's holding an armload of them because you asked for one for every child, right?
Yeah, I think it was 20 total.
Yep. And they're not all the same. Some of them look like they're made from some sort of animal skin sewn together. Some of them look like they were reeds that were just fashioned into the shape of a child or a doll. Even the ones that are fashioned like reeds are still very high quality. And she's added a few other like dried berries for eyes. And it all looks very exquisite, very, very nicely done. No two look alike.
They should be Fairzons and Caldoons.
Yeah, right.
That was the order.
Here you go. And
Thank
she
you very much.
sits
These,
down. That leaf grows up again and holds her up.
Exactly.
If you
what I
squeeze the
needed.
Caldoon, does it go fireball? Fireball.
Burn 'em!
This was a couple of levels ago. It goes geyser.
Oh, Geyser. Oh, Geyser works.
He's got geyser in one hand and the
Geyser.
blowtorch in the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fairzon's has got the you squeeze it and the staff spins.
You squeeze it and he drinks a potion.
It's like a rocket socket robot, except it's just like it's got like a beer koozie hat with a straw down to its mouth, and a couple of potions stuck in it.
Definitely need to get one of those
Nice.
commissioned.
I forget how much I promised her, but I give her money.
I
I'll figure that out in between sessions.
as you're rifling through your money though, she holds her hand up. She said, "I found out why you wanted them. Take them. Give them to the children."
Thank you very much. I mean, I can afford to pay. If there's anything that we can do to help you, get word to us at the Drunken Morgoth.
Okay, I'll do it. And she looks over and she chitters at a squirrel. Okay.
Squeak, squeaking, squeak, squeaking.
All right, you owe me 1 acorn. All right. Thank you very much. And
She nods.
Tarathiel will take them back to his room at the Drunken Morgoth and lock the door. And he will open one of them with his dagger. He'll just undo some of the stitching
Mhm.
and slide the stone monkey finger inside.
The photo of
Nope, the actual stone.
actual stone. Okay. You
And then
cram a finger up a doll's butt.
and then attempt to sew it shut again.
No problem.
That'll do me.
Okay. Fairzon, anything else for the rest of this day?
No, he's gonna go to a healer and get his allergies looked at.
All right. 5,000 gold.
Yeah, he pays it. Trust
Ooh.
me. If he would pay it, he really would. For like 2 decades, he would pay it. Sorry. Go ahead. No, he doesn't do anything else other than commission the gate. He'll probably go back to the Temple of Cord and start spending some time. At this point, he's probably training people. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you want to spend some time doing that, it's fine. Not much is happening right now because the town's still under the deluge. People aren't training like they used to. The training area, the Coliseum-like area, is just like 3 feet of mud, so it's impossible to do any training unless you're just wanting to do mud training.
Mud wrestling.
Yeah, mud wrestling. Tarathiel, when you come back to the Morkoth, as you're going into the Drunken Morkoth, you look over at the signboard and you see kind of a cryptic message, and it is sent to you. It's just, Tarathiel, your friend is back. Find us at the Tip Tavern.
Okay.
Tip Tankard, excuse me.
And that's 2 hours. I said, and that's 2 hours on the street.
Yeah. And you guys go for the night. The next day, Khaldun, you're done with your research. Tarathiel, what would you like to do with that information about the board?
So first thing, if it's got his name on it, you will for sure remove the notice from the notice board.
All right.
And I imagine we're all sharing a meal, and if Fezan says something about getting the gate done and we have to organize locks, then Tarathiel will say, I might have a lead on that.
All right.
Excellent. Do you have news?
Good.
I think so. And he'll show the message to everyone. I commissioned some people to find Gelf.
Ah,
And the Tip Tankard, that's the cop bar, right?
That is.
Sure is. That's where I think Tarathiel met the mercenaries last time as well. That's where they were hanging out.
It is. It is.
Okay.
We should go and check it out.
Sounds like a great idea. Hopefully he's in good shape.
So the three of you head down to the Tip Tankard, or
do I need to roll again on the Arcana Elephant?
that'll be another
Arachnid
day of
Elephant?
that'll be another day of research. So yes,
I thought we
if
had
you
2
would-
days. I thought we.
So I'm just doing it a day at a time. You spend a day doing those two things. They did what they did that day. This is the next day. He's got that information. If you want to, by all means, you're more than welcome to. The time when they had 2 days, you were making a artifact.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I was busy.
Yeah. Yeah. So your first free day, you did the research, got a little bit on the Skulven, but if you want to try the spider again, you are welcome to.
Yeah, I really want to find out what that thing is. What
Okay.
and I mean, if the Skulven is abyssal, I mean, this thing looks more abyssal than whatever that thing was.
Okay. So Khaldun's going to take off to the Blue Crater Academy. Are the two of you going to go down to the Tip Tankard?
I think so, unless
Yeah, Tarathiel will go there.
yeah, unless you think we should wait until he is done, we should probably go down there.
No, y'all go on and figure out what's that other stuff.
Okay, Heath, go ahead and give me a roll.
Is it nature?
guys-
again?
Yes, it's nature. You two head down to the Tip Tankard.
Mhm.
22.
Okay, I'll get back with you in just a second. You, it's somewhat early. It's not even noon yet, 10 o'clock, so it's sort of slow. You walk inside and you see two very, very familiar faces. The two that you met down in Drakthar's area.
Oh, the man and the woman that we kicked the door in.
Yeah, do you remember their names?
Nope.
Cholander and Kalev.
Nice.
Kalev.
Yes, you get inspiration.
Hooray.
Yes.
Because I spent it.
You did
That's
spend it.
helpful.
And they're sitting there at the bar, and Kalev sees you come in, and he nods, doesn't like obviously wave you over, but he nods at you. Go over and talk to him. We found your friend. He had made it down to Sasserine.
Okay.
Told him you were looking for him, and he looked rather happy about it. So we've got him holed up in he does the air quotes safe house. He didn't really want to come out and be seen because he was banished from the city.
That's fair.
And I think we had mentioned the second half of the cost once delivered.
Yep.
If you want, we'll go find him now, and you can pay us, or whenever you want to go see him. He's hiding away right now.
Okay.
And
just
she looks at you and
because-
she's like, "Let's go now. I don't want to just have to wait around for you to get this done."
Tarathiel will. I just want to check to make sure that they are on the level. So I'll roll an insight check on them if that's
Okay. Go ahead.
acceptable. 22.
22. She's irritated, which is always easily
Which is
detected.
That's
He,
normal state.
yes, you since he was telling you the truth.
Okay, good. I
It's-
assumed so, and Tarathiel probably assumed so as well. But he's learned caution.
She looks irritable and ready to go. He seems very calm at ease, not really in a huge hurry.
And I guess because we've hired them, can we have Sakura and oh goodness, what are their other names? Thistle and Ajar. They don't have to follow us in and stand behind us menacingly, but just to have them shadowing us as we move around the city.
Okay. Yeah, we can backtrack. They can be with you.
Okay,
And
cool.
and Caleb's moving up in the world, huh? Got you some hired meat. Well done.
Well, one can never be too careful. Also, aren't I paying you?
He does have a point.
Hired meat. He points at himself.
And
That's true.
maybe
So, you ready to go find Gelf?
take me to him.
We've got him, and he stands up. He throws a couple coins down, pays his tab, and waits till he's walking outside. We've got him down at Menuta's board. It's just a flop house. Nobody asks questions. On the other side of town, it's over there. Actually, pretty close to where Gelf used to. Maybe that's why he wanted to stay there. It's pretty close to Gelf's place. Yes, you just pinged it. And by this time, the water is down enough to where it's not that much of an issue. Again, the streams of water are continuous. They have not stopped for days. This is the third day in a row it's going. And the water is almost back down to where the crater, where it normally is. The water level is almost back down to normal. Go to Menuta's Flop House, as it's commonly, lovingly known. And it's basically like a hostel. You know, you can go inside, pay your few coppers, and sleep in a common room. Kelev leads the way, nods at the guy at the front, and nods back. Go to the back into the I guess the barracks room where everybody's sitting, and you see Gelf sitting on the bottom bunk. Looks like he's reading some sort of book or like a leaflet, like some papers. And he looks up and he sees you. Huh?
Door Traps Monthly.
Tumblers today.
Tumblers, yeah.
He looks up at you and he just, like, ear to ear, just smiles. Hi!
And is he in gnome form at this point?
Yes. Yes, he is.
Okay. Hey, buddy. It's good to see you again.
That's great to be seen. How are you?
Good. We, I I felt a little bad about getting you kicked out of the city. I mean, you were just trying to live your life, and awful things happened to you.
There's kind of a combined effort between my abilities and your. Well, it was a combined effort.
And whatever you bring.
Your stuff.
All of this.
Well, I wanted to help you get back into the city. I figured this is your home, and you deserve to be here.
Well, I appreciate it. I've lost my home. I've lost Jadaroon. I've lost my business. I've lost everything. But thanks. I'm glad to be back.
I don't know. Can you set up another shop somewhere in the city and do blacksmithery? We may even have a job for you.
Well, no, I've been banished from the town. I'm here illegally. So I think I would probably be arrested once I open my shop. But you've got something you want me to do, I'll be happy to work on something for you. I'd like to
I guess you
sleep somewhere else because I haven't slept well here in the last day or so. There's a lot of thieves in this place. I have lost all my money.
We can get you some rooms at the Morkoth, I guess. I mean, you were living before under a assumed identity.
Yes,
Could you not
yes, it was.
do that again?
I certainly could try. The problem
Any
is
assistance we can give you?
I will accept all assistance that you can give me. So what kind of job you got?
We need a lock.
Well, it just so happens I specialize in locks.
Thank goodness. Was gonna.
What kind of lock are we talking about here? Big lock, little lock, complex, 1 key, 2 keys, time lock, sand lock, or just a crappy little cheap lock?
I think a warlock.
A war lock.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
I've never heard that one.
There is a hidden area underneath the city. I know. You don't have to look so surprised.
Another one?
Yes.
Are you talking about Jadaroon? I've heard of this one before.
No, I believe this one is known as the Corpru? Copru? I don't remember.
Kopru runes.
Copru ruin. Did we actually find out the name of it from someplace?
No,
Kopru.
Kopru was just an ancient.
I think I looked it up.
You did.
I think I did
Yeah.
some research. We got some knowledge about the area before we went down there.
You did. So the Kopru is another amphibious
Oh yeah.
race from years ago. Not quite Yuan-Ti. They're more. I think I may have brought up a picture at one point. They are snake-tailed or slithery, if you want to call it.
Serpentine.
But serpentine. They haven't been in this area for many, many years, probably prior to the creation of the city proper of Cauldron.
Okay.
And what you had found out was that this dwarven clan had found these ruins and started to clean them out and tried to make them habitable for them. But that's where the information stops. You don't know what happened to the dwarves.
Okay. So he shares a little bit of that, but not all the details. But he says there are things still down in there, and I have commissioned the local blacksmith to craft a gate, but it needs a lock, one sturdy enough to keep the bad things in and no one to stumble upon it.
So you want this lock to not open? Why don't you just seal it shut? I'll make you a lock. Sure.
Well, once
I mean,
it
we'd
is,
like to still be able to come and go.
yeah, once it is clear, maybe it's enough. There's enough room for someone to set up an independent place of business, as it were, outside the rule of Cauldron. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Did you Did you just ask me to move in with you?
No,
I
he asked you to move in. I'm not there. An abyssal demon.
Yeah.
I accept.
Oh,
Keenan, what do you think about hammocks?
how do you feel about
Uh,
undead knoll wizards?
That sounds terrifying. Actually,
That-
I don't like
That's why we want the gate.
to lock the knoll into our new house.
And then we can clear it out
Till we can deal with it.
until we can deal with it. Yes.
It's more that once we get him outside, he can't come back in.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to stay here with the thieves until you take care of that knoll. How about that?
Fair.
All right.
That's all right.
You kind of give me an idea what you want. You said 6-foot diameter, kind of a locked. Do you want complex? Yes, no, easy. What do you want?
Solid. And it is
There are
solid and sturdy. Complex is
solid,
yeah,
sturdy.
your department whether it needs to be complex, but as long as it will hold under duress.
I am terrified by the gnomish concept of complex.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. I don't really
Easy
care.
30.
Yeah. I don't really care what
So
the
you-
inside looks like. It's just as long as it'll keep the door closed.
So big, thick, one key opens. Yeah,
Sounds good.
easy. I can do that. I can do that right
If
now.
we could,
Turns
if we could
around,
get
looks, rifling through a
3.
box.
Yeah.
we could get 3
He
keys,
grabs
that
a-
would be good.
You got the
3.
crust of bread, some rubber bands.
Picks his nose, rubs it on something. Done. Yeah, it would really, really be helpful if I could see the gate first. Kind of get an idea what I need to be doing. So you get the gate done, and I'll get the lock done.
We will.
Can you
make a
still-
plan.
And Tarathiel will use the hat of disguise to change his appearance.
Isn't that his hat of disguise?
No,
no,
we bought this one.
Yeah,
from
you bought
Sky.
that one
Oh,
from Sky. Yep,
Okay.
that's right.
okay.
He sees you put your hat on. He just kind of like, I miss my hat. Yeah.
You don't have it?
No, I had to sell it in Sasserine to eat. It's not been a good couple of weeks. Not at all. But I'll
Well,
get one of those, and you let me know where to go, and we'll take care of it.
Could we?
Listen, you can't stay here. Come and stay at the Drunken Morkoth. And Tarathiel will take the hat of disguise off and stick it on Gelv's head.
There you go.
Here you go, kid. Like pull it out.
Yeah, exactly.
The extra large hat, like he goes into it.
It's a magic
And he-
item, right? So
Yeah, absolutely. And he just grows up. Now, does this require attunement?
it does.
So you'll have to let him have it, and he'll attune to it over an hour. And I know how this works. I'll get it back to you. I won't steal it. I promise.
I wouldn't have given it to you if I thought you were just going to run away with it.
Puts the hat on.
It's yours while you're here in the city.
I'm gonna turn into a human. I'll look like me, but taller.
It's a good plan.
He probably
And I'll
when he puts it on. Once he puts it on initially, he probably looks like Feifel from Feifel Goes West.
yeah, it's just
Yes.
little lopsided. Do we want to do a secret password so you recognize who I am?
Shadowroom.
Shadow. That's. Oh, where did I hear that from?
No one else is going to be saying that. Probably.
That's an excellent idea. Shadowroom, 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 Shadowroom.
Don't
Got it.
say it too many times. Let's get to the Morkoff. Let's get out of here. Get you a good
Yeah,
get you a
the
good
No
read.
satiation.
The gnomish Beetlejuice appears.
Ah,
Yeah, right. It's just a door that's locked.
No, he just goes through the town and locks every door. DC 25. The whole city of Cauldron.
He's got like the
Semantics.
skeleton key for the entire town.
he also traps them.
Semantic satiation. Yeah, he traps all of the doors around you, even the mundane ones.
He paints a letter on the door as he runs by.
No, not Q.
And I think the agreement was 250 gold, says Caliph.
Ah, of course.
You paid us 250 first up front, 500 total.
All right. So Tarathia will hand over 250.
He nods. He kind of pours out half of it, hands it over to Caliph. All right, we going? She looks at She looks at Caliph. All right, let's go. And those two just head on out. And as they're heading out, he looks back. If you need us, just put something on the board. We'll keep an eye on it.
Pleasure doing business.
Always. And they head out the door.
Except she doesn't think always.
She's just like, yeah, she just nods.
She's one
but-
of those
Huh?
one of those people that hates everyone.
Yeah. But you
Low-
kinda get, like, she's
Low-key
not,
annoyed
like-
by people.
Yeah, it's just like I hate living things and dead
Mhm.
things and stone things.
Things.
But she's nodding like she's irritated, but you kind of also get the slight hint of like she's appreciative to have constant work, like steady income. So
Mhm.
she's on board, but not happy about it. And Gil pulls the hat on. This thing will kick in here a little bit. I'll meet you back at the Morkoth. I'll have a lock schematic ready for you. Anything else? Nope, I think that's it.
That'll do,
All right.
buddy. Good to see you.
You too. You too. I'll
In
see you.
any, in any form.
Nods. Tips his nose.
Tips his nose. Yeah.
Don't do
So
that. Your nose is bigger than the illusion.
it's like he's
Messes
hitting
with it.
nothing.
Yeah.
So the creature that you fought down in the caverns with 10 legs, 8 humanoids type eyes, and as big as a dozen Mack trucks, it's actually just known as a harpoon spider.
You.
They are well known in the Underdark as just being apex predators. They hunt like cave fishers. They'll shoot the harpoons, they'll pull them up, poison them, and then take care of them. They usually have enormous areas that they consider their own. They're very territorial.
Mm-hmm.
But nowhere do you see in anything, and that was a good roll, where they are psychic. Nowhere.
Yeah, it was a weird one.
They are animals. They are insects. They're
Yeah,
not.
that's when you
intelligent.
described it, it's like okay, harpoon spider, but that's why I kept thinking it was a demon, because it was acting very demonic.
So the eyes, the human eyes, that is a harpoon spider thing. That's normal for harpoon spiders.
No, but the telepathy,
Yeah.
all
The
that stuff, you're off into like abyss territory.
So whatever happened to that thing that gave it the ability to charm or suggest
Mm-hmm.
and have telepathy, that's not in the scope of a typical harpoon spider at all.
Oh, good. I'm just glad this thing didn't have like layer actions and all that mess.
You know,
I'm sure it's
I had considered that, but I honestly thought that would be too much. If this thing
Might
had
have
layer
been too
actions,
much.
might have been too much. Layer actions, I think, would have really, really made that fight bad.
Mhm.
So you've got Kelv going to be up there in about an hour, held up in the Drunken Morkoth. Got some plans rolling. What do you want to do?
it's now
Oh,
2 hours 20 minutes.
20. Tell you what we'll do. We'll call this a day. We'll pick up here next week. Holy crap, 2.5 hours. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to go over so long. We will see you next Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time for Age of Heroes. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody.
There you go.
Bye.